Breaking news! There's a lot of buzz going around the NFL, and Denver Broncos fans are not happy about it. It's about a possible trade involving wide receiver Tyreek Hill and the Denver Broncos. Man, in my opinion, Patrick Surtain is way better than him. If you agree with me, hit the like button. But anyway, leave your opinion in the comments. Let's break down this intriguing possibility, examine its implications, and find out if this move would actually benefit the Broncos or if it's a gamble that's not worth taking. The rumors began to form after the Miami Dolphins' crushing loss to the New York Jets, a loss that, coupled with Denver's recent win, officially eliminated the Dolphins from playoff contention. After the game, Tyreek Hill addressed reporters with comments that left little doubt about his displeasure. Here's what he said: "This is the first time I've ever missed the playoffs. I just have to do what's best for me and my family. If it's here or wherever the case may be, I'm open to the door. I'm out, bro. It was great playing here, but at the end of the day, I have to do what's best for my career." Hill's bombshell statement has understandably sparked speculation about his future in Miami, with reports indicating tension behind the scenes. ESPN's Dolphins beat writer confirmed that Hill did not retract those remarks during a meeting with the team. While no official trade request has been made, the writing appears to be on the wall. Combine that with Dolphins general manager Chris Greer's comments, and it seems Miami may already be preparing for life without Hill. From a locker room perspective, this situation appears messy. Dolphins coach Josh McDaniel openly criticized Hill for voluntarily leaving the game in the fourth quarter, despite the Dolphins' desperate need for leadership. This lack of accountability, coupled with rumors of repeated fines for tardiness to team meetings, raises questions about Hill's professionalism. Add to this his hefty $30 million annual salary, and you've got a recipe for a strained relationship between player, team, and front office. So why are the Broncos part of this conversation? According to Vegas oddsmakers, Denver is listed as one of the favorites to land Tyreek Hill if Miami decides to part ways. It's a tantalizing prospect for Broncos fans, but let's take a step back and assess whether this move makes sense for the team. Hill is undeniably one of the league's most electrifying players. Even in a down season, he remains a formidable force. In 2023, he racked up nearly 1,800 receiving yards and 13 touchdowns, a testament to his game-changing speed and playmaking ability. However, this past year marked the first time in over 5 seasons that Hill failed to cross the 1,000-yard threshold, and at 31 years old, questions about his durability and long-term impact are beginning to surface. For the Broncos, adding Hill could provide an immediate boost to a developing offense, especially considering the youth at the wide receiver position. While players like Marvin Mims and Troy Franklin have shown promise, the Broncos lack a proven, elite playmaker to complement their budding stars. On paper, Hill's explosive skill set could fill this void. But is the cost and potential drama worth it? Hill's contract is a major hurdle. He has 2 years remaining on his deal, and while a restructuring is possible, it's unlikely to be team-friendly. Denver would need to navigate significant financial gymnastics to accommodate his salary without crippling their long-term roster flexibility. Moreover, the cultural fit raises red flags. Sean Payton, known for his no-nonsense approach, has worked hard to establish a disciplined, team-first ethos in Denver. Hill's perceived attitude issues and recent controversies seem at odds with the culture Payton is building. For some, the argument boils down to this: when you're as talented as Tyreek Hill, teams will tolerate a certain level of baggage. But for Denver, a team finally finding its footing after years of rebuilding, the risk of upsetting team chemistry might outweigh the potential reward. Hill's age, price tag, and questionable commitment make this a high-risk proposition, even for a franchise eager to return to playoff prominence. To complicate matters further, the Broncos are also focused on grooming rookie quarterback Bo Nix, who could benefit from the stability and mentorship of reliable, team-oriented veterans. While Hill's talent could help Nix's development in the short term, the long-term implications of such a move remain uncertain. Ultimately, the Broncos must weigh the allure of adding a marquee name against the potential consequences for their locker room and financial future. For now, I'm skeptical about whether Tyreek Hill is the right fit for Denver. But that's just my take. What do you think? Broncos country, would you welcome Tyreek Hill in the Mile High City? Or is this a move you'd rather see the team pass on? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to join us Sunday for our live watch party as we gear up for the Broncos vs. Bills showdown. While the prospect of Tyreek Hill donning the orange and blue may be polarizing, it does shine a light on an important conversation for Broncos fans: the balance between chasing star power and maintaining team integrity. Hill is undeniably one of the fastest and most dynamic receivers the league has ever seen. His ability to stretch the field and create mismatches is unparalleled, and his presence on the field commands constant attention from opposing defenses. However, acquiring Hill would come with a price tag that extends beyond his contract. It would test the very foundation of what Sean Payton is trying to build in Denver. Payton has spent this season cultivating a culture of accountability, hard work, and resilience. These are traits that were sorely needed after a string of forgettable seasons for the Broncos. The current roster has shown remarkable improvement, not just in execution, but in attitude. Players like Patrick Surtain, too, who has emerged as a Defensive Player of the Year candidate, epitomize the type of commitment and consistency that Payton values. Adding a player like Hill, with his recent controversies and perceived lack of professionalism, could jeopardize the culture that has been carefully nurtured. Another factor to consider is the timing of this potential move. The Broncos are still in the early stages of a rebuild under Payton's leadership. While there have been flashes of brilliance this season, it's clear that this team is still a work in progress. Investing heavily in a 31-year-old receiver, no matter how talented, may not align with the team's long-term strategy. The NFL is a league where success often comes from sustained, incremental growth rather than quick fixes, and Denver's focus should remain on developing its young core and building a sustainable foundation for the future. That said, it's hard to ignore the temptation of pairing Hill with Bo Nix. A rookie quarterback like Nix, who has shown promise but still has much to prove, could benefit from having a seasoned playmaker like Hill as a safety valve. Hill's ability to turn short gains into long touchdowns and his knack for finding openings in coverage would undoubtedly make life easier for any quarterback. However, it's worth asking whether the Broncos would be better served by finding this support through less expensive, lower-risk options. Beyond the logistics and cultural fit, there's also the matter of fan perception. Broncos country has been patient through years of ups and downs, and the idea of landing a big-name player like Hill could reignite excitement among the fan base. But it's important to remember that flashy moves don't always translate to on-field success. The Broncos have been burned before by high-profile acquisitions that failed to live up to expectations, and there's a risk that a Hill trade could follow a similar trajectory. Looking around the AFC West, the competition remains fierce. The Kansas City Chiefs are perennial contenders, and the Los Angeles Chargers have shown flashes of brilliance despite their inconsistencies. The Raiders, while struggling this year, are still a divisional rival that cannot be overlooked. Adding a player of Hill's caliber could theoretically give the Broncos an edge in this tough division, but only if the move fits seamlessly into the broader team strategy. Ultimately, this rumor underscores a critical crossroads for the Broncos. Do they double down on the disciplined, methodical approach that has started to bear fruit under Sean Payton, or do they take a swing for the fences by acquiring a player who could deliver immediate results but comes with significant baggage? It's a delicate balance, and the decision will undoubtedly shape the trajectory of the team for years to come. So, Broncos country, it's your turn to weigh in. Would you roll the dice on Tyreek Hill, or do you think the risks outweigh the potential rewards? Does Hill's talent make him worth the financial and cultural cost, or should the Broncos stay the course with their current roster and philosophy? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our upcoming live watch party for the Broncos vs. Bills game. It's going to be an electrifying showdown, and we can't wait to share the experience with all of you.